Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Hawk versus Foggy. This game taking place here on Northern Isle. Alright, in the bottom left hand side of the map we have Hawk spawning as the red human player. Meanwhile, Foggy has spawned on the opposite side of the map as the blue night elf. Night elf versus... yeah, I realized it was really hot. I'm drinking like hot honey with water, or hot water with honey, in order to soothe my throat. Still recovering just a bit from DreamHack. Yeah, that took quite a toll on my voice, but overall it was an absolutely great event. I think Neo and Remo said it was one of the most fun events that they have ever been at. Well, everyone being able to speak English probably has a lot to do with that. And even then, if I ever get invited to a Chinese event, my Mandarin is horrible. So yeah, I don't know how great that would be, just trying to like sign things and make sure that people understand what I'm trying to say. Either. Also, my Korean is non-existent. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down in this 1v1 matchup. Altar of Kings training up a human archmage. Hawk most likely going to be training up some footmen there. No big surprises. Meanwhile, Foggy going for a warden. Alright, so Foggy going for a warden, not going for Keeper of the Grove hunts that we have seen him, or that which has recently become rather popular. And we'll see what comes of this. I'm really wanting to see if it's going to be some sort of solo warden play, or if it's going to turn into the Warden Breath of Fire Panda play at tier 2. Well, against human warden fan of knives, well, you can already count the number of peasants in your mind, how many are going to die at the hands of that warden's fan of knives right there. Difficult to hold expansions, and well, that's the reason why this strategy works. Human players often need an expansion, or often are the easiest to set up one of their expansions, and because of that, well, why not play to your strengths? Well, if you constantly play to your strengths, or only what you do best, your opponent will start finding ways to stop what you do best. So you almost need to find other ways to win and other ways to execute. Otherwise, you may just be playing into your opponent's strategy. Warden will get to level 2 right there, has a potion of invulnerability. Very nice item, as the Warden can overcommit into fights and stick around for 15 extra seconds. Also, potion of invulnerability, or just prevents all damage. Anti-magic potion stops the effect of the arcane tower, which is often the reason why you see the Warden. What's going on upstairs? Which is often the reason why you see the Warden pick up an anti-magic potion for those fan of knives dives into the human base. Coming back to the other side. Oh, I thought I saw there. Oh, there is a footman right there hiding amongst the trees. Wisp gonna go ahead and play a game of, well, peekaboo into that entangled gold mine. And this is just going to be a little bit annoying and harassing for Foggy. Coming back on the other side. Oh, there goes one, well, Furbolg Tracker, Archer. Oh, there's the reveal. Yeah, trying to hide when you're right next to a giant goblin laboratory with this giant telescope. Probably not the best idea to try and hide. Scroll of the Beast was the dropped item compared to the Potion of Invulnerability. I believe Archmage is quickly going to sell that, picks up Boots of Speed instead, and is now chasing down that Warden. Warden taking a little bit of damage from each attack. The Archmage moving very quickly, as we're going to see Hawk. It almost seems like Hawk has unit formation move on. Nope. Archmage is going to go ahead and take the lead right again there. Now, Foggy is getting closer to tier 2. Hawk, well, getting in some damage. There's one more quick Shadow Melt, another fire off from that Archmage. Archmage dealing quite a bit of damage there and purposely pulling the creeps to try and create some separation. Foggy, however, quickly knows something's going to be up there, gets that last shot as the Archmage is just diving damage onto Foggy's Warden. Now, the Archmage desperately wanted to get to level 3. It only needed a little bit more experience. But Foggy, with his spider sense, so to speak, could perhaps sense that Archmage was almost at level 3. And this is one of those questions where you have to ask, like, how come Hawk isn't dropping a water elemental back over here so often? And when especially when it like makes sense to do so, Well, the only obvious reason would be if Hawk's Archmage was really, really close to level 3 and he wanted to get a little bit more value out of that 125 mana. Now that the game has been delayed a little bit longer, he already has the 125 mana. He'll be able to drop another water elemental there, and now he's actually going after these archers and these other units. The water elemental actually dropped perhaps a bit too early, I feel like, as the water elemental has to try and chase back down Archer down to 161 hit, 130. Can you get 5 more shots off? That is the quick question. No. Oh, Archer down to 45 hit points before it gets back again. All right, let's take a look at this. Footman could get some damage off onto the warden. No, they're just going to pass each other in the night. Sentry ward in the center portion of the map as the Archmage still runs around the corner. Hawk is getting up a Mountain King. He is at tier 2. I don't see Arcane Sanctums as of yet. And maybe a single Arcane Sanctum, since Riflemen are going to be added in here. Archmage trying to slow down these Ancients of Lore. Our Water Elemental taking quite a bit of damage here, as we're looking at, Foggy's, pushing through another unit right there, and, the Ancient of Lore could finally get cancelled. There it goes down, and the Water Elemental will end up getting taken down here. Now, that is quite a bit of experience for this Warden on the opposite side of the map. You are delaying the Ancient of Lore, but everything has a cost in a real-time strategy game. Your attention, your focus, as Foggy quickly dives in here. Oh, and that could be a nightmare. Foggy going to be able to easily get off another Fan of Knives. Mountain King, however, shows up to the party and is going to be saying to himself, well, are we going to perhaps get Arcane Sentry? That would actually be absolutely hilarious right now, getting Arcane Sentry and having it get done in time. Come on, Arcane Sanctum. Make me look smart. No. Okay, back across over here. Archmage going to be coming back across. Archers are chasing down. Warden still in position. There you go. Oh, there is no blink. A quick attack onto a peasant right there. I didn't even think I saw a Fan of Knives, as the Warden is now going to head away. Archmage could be in trouble trying to run back. Oh, where's it going? Archmage down to 190 hit points. Warden does not have boots of speed to catch up. Where is it? What is it going? Oh, attacking there. And now going to engage once more. All right, Warden going to go ahead and pick up a Goblin Zeppelin. Stick around a little while longer. There's a Goblin Shredder as well, as Foggy was low on lumber, it appears. Now the Warden is going to perhaps try and come back around and repeat that similar strategy earlier. Arcane Tower is in position. No Arcane Sentry. Archmage running back for the hills. Is he going to be able to stop any of this? Does he suspect something is going on? Archmage is right here, ready. Priest is also here as well. Going to go ahead and get in some healing as the workshop is getting built up. Flying machines could be the counter or the answer right there, as the Mountain King picks up True Shot Aura for all of those Riflemen, Water Elementals, and also the Archmage. All right, Warden catches the starting 5-3-2 creep camp. It wasn't crept. So Foggy going to get some easy experience from his opponent's neck of the woods, and anytime you can do that, that is still a small win, as the Warden now and heal up. 36 supply going up against an army. Let's take a look on this side. It is 47, and the high mobility of that Staff of Teleportation is perhaps one of the big reasons why it is so difficult to try and gauge. You don't know what's in that Goblin Zeppelin, and also on top of that, you don't know that the Warden had just... Oh, there's Anti-Magic Shell. There is a quick Fan of Knives dealing so much damage. Foggy getting in here with big damage indeed, perhaps kicking out even more units, as Foggy's Warden almost is at level 4. All right, Footman gonna get taken down here. Warden down to 285 hit points. Are we gonna see a Stormbolt? Yes, we are. There is that Stormbolt now. Footman gonna try and get in front. Oh, follow-up bash. Foggy forced to use the Scroll of Town portal, but the damage was done. Multiple units lost by Hawk. Also, experience gain by Foggy on top, and all it really cost him was a Scroll of Town portal. So big experience swing right off over there. And when you see that Warden getting so close to level 4 and eventually level 5, things can go from bad to worse very, very quickly. All right, Druid of the Claw, Bear transformation already done. Gonna go ahead and continue to engage. Meanwhile, back down across here, Archmage here, ready to go. Let's go ahead and fight back here. Bears, 26 to 41 damage. High damage indeed. Let's take a look. Tuskar Sorcerer. Just doing some thoughts like Footman, 12 to 13 damage. Bears, what, 26 to 41 without Roar. Warden now coming across here. A potion of invulnerability was used. Another fan of knives could be executed here in just a moment to try to finish off more units. There goes another peasant. Are we going to see another fan of knives? There we go. Another fan of knives was laid down, and damage is going to continue to get added up here. Warden now out of mana, but, well, those glaives and those weapons on her hands can still do terrible damage, as you're going to see. Well, more experience getting added in here. Foggy going to continue to eat through so many of those units. There goes another. Oh, is going to have a way to teleport out. Going to try to back off down to 61, down to 62, and it is able to teleport back home. Meanwhile, Moonwells gets that Warden back up to 420 hit points pretty much instantaneously, as the Warden tried to blink Fan of Knives but was low on mana. Bought a potion of mana this time around and wants to repeat that strategy again. Meanwhile, Druid of the Claw testing the waters. Water Elemental dropping back in onto the fight. The expansion of Hawk really getting underway here. 9,000, I believe it starts with 10,000 gold. Let's double check. Yep, 10,000 gold. So fully operational now. Mountain King sitting at level 3, getting close to level 4. Archmage wants level 4 desperately for level 2 Brilliance Aura. And overall, it doesn't become a major. Well, ooh, a blink was just not working right there, as the Warden finally gets that blink off now. Warden down to 457 hit points, has plenty of mana, has an anti-magic potion, and what can really be done here? As we're going to be looking at the Warden come across. Oh, there's a slow. There's an anti-magic potion to shake it off. And there's the blink. There's the Fan of Knives. And there are the dead peasants. Arcane Tower doing very little damage to this one Warden right here. As you can see, it's just blinking around, doing so much damage. However, Hawk with 2 level 3 heroes pushing forward, saying, you know what, I think I can push in this location here and still perhaps come out ahead. Hawk level 3 arch, well, a priest and rifleman going to be joining in on the fight. Where is the Warden? Warden is now in the back, teleported all the way back. There are a good number of bears, but the Moonwells are lost by Foggy. Foggy is currently sitting at 47 over 30 supply. That is supply blocked severely, and it will take quite some time. Any unit that Hawk, well, wins or takes out in this fight right now is a tremendous victory. But what does that really mean? Is he going to be able to take out any of these units, or is he just going to perhaps try and let his economy reestablish once more? He does have the economic advantage. And, well, he also has too many peasants on this gold mine. As we're looking at the Mountain King and the Archmage, check this Ogre Magi Creep Camp. Hawk did not get any experience in that last push, only taking on a couple of buildings. Meanwhile, coming back across over here, Foggy saying, thank you for level 6, all of you peasants. I will not forget the little people that made this possible. All right. Foggy finishing off multiple peasants here. Oh, leaving behind one poor peasant. I guess as this one peasant may end up having survivor syndrome, being able to stick around for so long, being the lone survivor of the, well, Northern Isle massacre. All right, Archmage going to come across over here. Archmage off to the north, purposely trying to hide. Are we going to see a detonation? Yes, we do. Riflemen are right there. Mortar team joins in on the fight as well. Mountain King does not has Stormbolt and has Bash. Does not have Thunderclap. That's one of the things you're wondering. There goes a bear, as the Warden is not going to try to dive on in. Now, let's take a look at this level 6 on the Warden, and all of a sudden, things can go from bad to worse very quickly, as the Avatar of Vengeance is now out onto the field. Mountain King taking a lot of damage. Are we going to see this use of the Scroll of Healing, as we're going to try and fight away? Let's take a look at that Druid of the Claw, down to 48 hit points, down to 4 hit points, finally gets taken down. Mountain King gets taken down, but he has an Ankh of Reincarnation. Warden, well, perhaps not knowing that Mountain King had that Ankh right there, going to go ahead and come back in. Let's take a look. Mountain King now back out onto the field. Mountain King gets a bash in on the Druid of the Claw, and that gets taken down. Archmage says, you know what? I don't want to stick around in this fight for far too long. I've taken out my bears. that's all I needed to do. Hawk sitting at 58 supply. Foggy sitting at 30. Stone Skin now done. Are we going to be getting Mountain Giants off of a single base? There is still mining left to be done here, but it may be too little too late. 2 level 4 heroes with a larger army behind it supporting, and an economy by Hawk going up against Foggy. Foggy, level 6 Warden is nothing that you can simply ignore, but in the same way, at the same time, in the same breath, the Riflemen with True Shot Aura are dealing a tremendous amount of damage. If the Mountain King perhaps had Thunderclap, that front line of bears would not be as big of a problem. But then again, you want to keep that Stormbolt up as well. Alright, let's take a look at this Avatar of Vengeance. Well, gonna try and head back away once more. Magic Immune doesn't lose. Is it Magic Immune? It didn't look like it was getting targeted by the Arcane Tower and losing, or getting targeted by the Arcane Tower but not losing mana. And also the Mountain King, well, not Stormbolting it right now, as the Avatar just, well, kind of doing a weird little hop running back around. Alright, Warden back inside, ready to play again. Well, Nightfall is almost nearly done. No Magic Sentry at all. We are looking for a Fan of Knives. There it goes. There's the Fan of Knives. There's the blink away, finishing off even more peasants, as one flying machine will be staying overhead. Alright, coming back across over here. One flying machine sitting at 4 hit points. Warden comes back down the other side. Priest, Staff of Teleportation. Warden gonna lose every bit of mana, but really not that big of a loss any longer. As the Rifleman with 1-0 upgrades. Are we going to get into level 2? Nope, not level 2. Foggy just keeping the pressure down. Avatar of Vengeance is nearly done. Damage will be done here. What is Hawk's plan? Hawk has full mana on a Mountain King. Very scary indeed. Archmage also with full mana. Priest, full mana as well. Sorceresses with slow. Bears are not going to be able to do all that much in that front line. And Nightfall, this is artificial Nightfall to try and refill those Moonwells. Alright, you can see a handful of units in the back, and that is it. A lone priest in the back right there, taking quite a bit of damage now, in a bit of a run to try and head away. But is that really going to work, as the priest is down to 93 hit points already. Alright, down to 85. Let's take a look at this. Bear in that front line. Fan of Knives finishes off some units. Where mortar teams are going to, well, end up getting taken down. Let's take a look. More Spirit of Vengeance is joining in on the fight, as the units are now trying to back up again. The timing on that Fan of Knives right there. Foggy dealing so much damage with just the avatars. The Mountain Giants are back in play. Mountain Giants, 54 supply over 60. Army is just split apart every which way. And the flying machines are just overhead mortar teams. If they can actually splash out and deal damage to that back line, that may be enough. Also, there is that Warden right there, but over-focusing on a hero, on a hero with escape abilities is often very dangerous. There's a bash, though, and oh, there's the blink. The Warden escapes away at 7 hit points. Mountain King continuing to fight this back across over here. The Warden cannot rejoin in on the fight, but I'm sure the Mountain King would have desperately wanted to win that battle anyways. True Shot Aura should be given to the Archmage. No reason for it to be on the Mountain King at all, since the Archmage is going to be the ones in the back line. Alright, where is that Warden? Warden is back and ready to go. One of the strengths of Night Elf is the instantaneous heals from their Moonwells. Being able to leave the fight at 6 hit points, come back in at nearly full hit points, such a powerful proposition, as the Mountain King decides not to use a Stormbolt there. Priest need to do a little bit more healing. Avatar of Vengeance doing what it does best, shutting down and finishing off the remainder of those priests once again. We are now looking at 1 base to 1 base. Hawk now at 52 supply. Foggy has clawed his way back into this game. And what is going to end up happening? Mountain King sitting at 415 hit points, perhaps giving the Pure Up to Vitalities to the Archmage, using the Priest to manually heal the Mountain King and give it back. That might actually be a good use of time right now, as the Mountain King is desperately going to try to be in that front line low spot. All right, let's go ahead. There is that battle once more. There is a number of taunts. Rifleman Bears trying to join in on the fight. Mountain King now trying to head back again. Mortars are there, and there is mass detonations coming across. Are we going to see perhaps... Oh, there's anti-magic potion. More fan of knives picking off a straggler rifleman again. Mountain King, Stormbolt onto the Warden. Warden, is he... Well, it's just going to pretty much get ignored right there as the Mountain King is still trying to fight his way through. There was a scroll of healing being used. Mountain King now down to a 18 hit points, trying to fight its way through again. There's a Stormbolt going onto a Druid of the Claw. Druid of the Claw could end up getting taken down as the mortar teams are just trying to splat down the last handful of remaining units. Mountain King low on hit points, but still somehow sticking around in this fight. Meanwhile, back down here, Avatar of Vengeance about to shut down that last expansion. Mountain King is going to be able to finish off that last building there. We are back at Artificial Nightfall. Archers, so many of them low on hit points. There they go. Archmage now sitting at level 5. Are we going to go into level 3 Brilliance Aura? No, level 2 still. Level 3, yeah, level 2 Brilliance, level... Is it? Let's see. Level 2 Brilliance Aura, not level... And then level 3 Water Elementals. I was looking for perhaps a level 3 Water Elemental on the field. Mountain King still looking to back away here. Priests are all here ready to go. Mortar teams finishing off an Ancient of Lore as the new Avatar of Vengeance now back out. Scroll of Town Portal coming to Hawk. Coming back. Hawk gonna go ahead and teleport back out. There's a bash onto some units and a good splash bit of damage again. Alright, Foggy staying alive with a handful of units. Ancient of Wonders needs to be rebuilt. A lot of archers, a lot of units are low on hit points. Moonwells have healed back up. Looking at 44 supply compared to 49. Scroll of Regeneration. Mountain King getting healed up. Really, just give the Pure Up of Vitalities to the Archmage. Heal back up to full, and then wear them again. You will be in a much, much better way. Also, that True Shot Aura should still be on that Archmage instead. That last little bit of damage could be the difference right there. Alright, Avatar of Vengeance coming in, dealing in damage across on the other side. Are we going to perhaps see some heals on to that mortar team? That mortar team trying to back across or hide in the back right there. Mountain King takes a little bit of damage, but these Spirit of Vengeances cannot really do that much right now. Alright, only 2 of them out on the field with a handful of priests all nearby, ready to, well, heal up some more units. Oh, that low hit point unit right there. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. This mortar team, 101 hit points, needs to manually heal up a little bit further. You can see the Spirit of Vengeances are purposely targeting this mortar team and then just keeping the pressure down, but the mortar team able to back up finally. Alright, bringing the fight back over. Hawk with mortar teams. If he can, well, focus down key buildings that have low hit points, such as the Ancient of Wonders. There goes one building already, as we're going to perhaps go after another building. Finding a Druid of the Claw that is not in bear form. Absolutely huge, as that is a significant amount of damage reduced. Scroll of Healing counteracting that Fan of Knives, but another follow-up one will do terrible, terrible damage. Stormbolt onto the Warden. Warden has a Scroll of Healing of his own. Water Elementals now making their way back over. Spirit of Vengeances are dealing so much damage in the backside here. Double Water Elementals should be coming to an... Well, that Spirit of Avatar of Vengeance should be coming to an end. Rifleman trying to fight back here. There goes another Stormbolt onto the Warden. Warden still has a good amount of mana. There's a follow-up bash. There's a Fan of Knives and a taunt again. Archers, Rifleman still trying to battle it up. Avatar of Vengeance still engaging. Mountain King gets in a quick bash. Units are engaging, and Hawk is just chasing around a little bit too much. There are archers and other units in the back that could easily get taken down, but Foggy is really starting to inch out as the Avatar of Vengeance. The time life is nearly done, so a new one will replace it here in just a moment. Fan of Knives picking off 3 units right there, and that may be the final death cry. Foggy now with the supply lead, 51 to 30. Hawk wondering how this game got away from him. All right. Coming back down to the south side here, Mountain King, Archmage. All here, ready to go. Perhaps a new expansion will be coming into play. Water Elemental dropped. Hawk was not quite sure how well Foggy just able to get more and ask more from each of his units. A good metaphor for good management versus bad management. A smaller team can effectively do more in capable hands. Alright, Warden at level 9, getting very close to level 10 here, but may not even get there, as Hawk has no more mining, and with that, this solo Warden strategy is just so powerful. Mountain King Mountain King hoping to get to level 5 here. Archmage already at level 5. Whis, are we going to see a Stormbolt? Yes, there's level 5 on that Mountain King, purposely using a Stormbolt to guarantee the kill. Tree of Eternity now purposely just going to root itself here, knowing that, you know what? I can't allow myself to take full damage. Oh, Stormbolt onto a Druid of the Claw. Once again, Foggy finding or losing a Druid of the Claw in a Druid form, as it already lost 400 hit points. Now in comes the next battle. In comes a new avatar. Well, mass mountain giants here. Well, 3 mountain giants right here, dealing or able to absorb so much damage with no knights, dealing bonus damage to these mountain giants. Well, that is going to be a difficult time. All right, let's say Mountain Giant. No, Mountain Giant going to go ahead and taunt, try to pull off a little bit of aggro. Priest trying to pull back as well. Water Elementals being dropped back down. Fan of Knives fighting next to Moonwells. Oh, so dangerous, as that Warden is just able to deal so much damage, so much harassment. Another Fan of Knives right there. And I think we can already see the beginning of the end, as the Warden fighting amongst Moonwells, able to get so much done. Another Fan of Knives right there, finishing off more units, and there is the GG. Hawk having the lead at some point throughout the matchup, but then ultimately letting the game get away from him. The power of a solo Warden, able to take control of the game, shut down expansions, and Foggy, who also mined significantly less gold, or I guess that's not that significant. Well, when you account for upkeep, yes. Mine less gold, but still able to get more from his units. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.